Hello everyone, welcome to another Narc Survivor live video. I went live yesterday as well, but the weather was pretty bad, so it didn't last very long. Then I deleted the video. But the signal seems to be okay here so far. So let's get into it. Let's talk about it. For narcissists, money is always tight when it comes to you. They've always got money for themselves. And they always expect money from you whenever they need it. And even when they don't need it. And this is it, this is the dynamic of how they want it to be. They expect that if they're working, if they're earning anything, that all of their money they can keep for themselves, they can spend on themselves. And then whatever you are earning, they expect you to give that to them. Which is crazy, because think about it. I mean, if you're in a relationship with someone, are they keeping everything for themselves? They're not reciprocating anything. And then everything that you're working for, everything that you're earning, you're giving to them. You better got anything to take care of yourself. And you're getting nothing back from them. So gradually, it is depleting you. You're losing more and more the longer that you are involved with them. And yet, at the end of it, what do? They blame you. They say something is wrong with you. You weren't good enough. You spent all the money. And this is it, even if you got all of the records, all of the bank statements, all of the receipts, you could keep all of it over several years and you could put it in front of them. They will rewrite the past. They will gaslight you. Never mind what it says on the bank statements. Never mind how it shows that they spent all of your money and you barely spent any of it. And they spent all of theirs on themselves as well. Despite that, they'll still just say it was you. Because this is it. They do not live in reality with us. They live in this fantasy world that they've constructed for themselves. Just to feed their own egos. To make themselves feel important. That's all that it's about. And it's all based on their feelings because they feel inadequate. For you, it's about facts. It's about logic, reason. For them, it's all about their feelings. So if they don't like something, if they don't like the truth, if they don't like facts, even while it's right in front of them, the bank statements, they'll just deny it. They'll just gaslight you. They'll find some way to still get you to invest more. Because that's the only thing that's on their mind whenever they're around you. All they can think about is your investment. And that investment, it can be your attention, your validation, having control over you. And a lot of times it is your money too. But yeah, as you can see, I am in the water today. Nice and clear water on this beach. And tomorrow we're getting on a boat, going to visit a few islands before I head back to the city. But yeah, let's go deeper into this because I know many of you are dealing with this. Many of you are dealing with these narcissists. And there's always these money issues with them. Give it a thumbs up and let's get into it together. So you've paid the bills, you've covered the debts for them. You've covered everything, and you know, this is just, it's factual. You've got records of it. You've got the bank statements, the receipts. You have the written numbers, it's written down. Or, you know, a lot of things these days, it's digital. Either way, you know, you have all of the evidence that proves it. It proves what's coming in, it proves what's going out. And it's indisputable, such as a bank statement. Bank statements are indisputable. It's proof, it's evidence of what's been going on. And despite that, despite everything you're doing for them, as you're covering all the debts, everything, they will always act like they are the ones who are broke. They are the ones who need your help. It's always going to come back to that, because that's why they targeted you. They acted like they were something. They acted like they were going to be something to you. But no, it's just always all about themselves. All they care about is themselves. They get involved with you to get you to cater to them, to give them what they need. And that's all that it's about. They don't care about you. They don't care about what you're going through. They don't care about what you need. The only reason they get involved with anyone is to extract. And that's how you end up being depleted. Because you're taking care of them, but nobody's taking care of you. And that's how gradually you just become less and less of yourself. And this is how they expect it to be. They expect you to give everything while they take everything. And despite whatever promises, whatever agreements were made at the beginning, it doesn't matter what they said. It doesn't matter what was written in texts, what was said on phone calls. It doesn't matter about any of it. You know, if they said that it would all be 50-50, you share the cost. That's just in the moment. They're not living in reality with us. They're living in their own world, so they might say something, and it's just their feelings in the moment. It's because they want your supply so bad. They want to have that control. So they'll say anything. They'll just tell you whatever you want to hear. They're not going to keep that promise. They're not going to live up to that agreement. It's just all about themselves. And yeah, they will just deny it. If they can't deny it, they will just ignore it. They will run away from it and leave you to chase after them for it. But as for you, I mean, you may not have agreed to anything, and yet they have all of these fantasies in their minds about what they expect you to be for them. And they will expect you to conform to those fantasies that you never agreed to, things that you never consented to. And they will engage in legal manipulation, financial manipulation, anything to extract from you. And this is how they do it. This is how they just extract everything from their victims. Because that's all that we are to them. We are victims. They just come around us to extract, to take. And so whenever you're dealing with someone who's narcissistic, they're self-absorbed, lacking empathy, you are going to experience a loss because they are losers. They're going to cause you to lose things. this is the funny thing about it, is that even though you're losing, typically you lose a lot by being with them, they actually gain very little, if anything. Even if they do gain something, they will lose it all. They will gamble it all, or they'll just spend it on materialistic things. They won't invest it. So it all just goes down the drain anyway. They don't typically gain anything from it. They rarely ever do. And that's the sad part about it, you know, especially if there's children involved. But this is how they expect it to be. Their money is theirs. But yours is both of yours. It's yours to share. And typically, they're going to want a lot more of yours than what they let you have. They will expect at least 50% of what is yours to be theirs. And yeah, this is how many of you end up really suffering while you're with them. They live comfortably while you're just enduring so much. You're not able to take care of yourself the way that you would like to have the things that you would like, even though you're working really hard, you're earning money, and you may have 2 jobs, you may have 3 jobs, and yet you're still unable to have the things that you want because you're just covering for them all the time. You're always trying to help them out because that's what they want you to do. And even though you've invested so much into them so that they can live comfortably, you've sacrificed so much of your own comfort, even your own safety at times. They guilt you in the end. If you ask for anything, or it even gets to a point where it's like, if they can see that financially you're suffering and you're unable to take care of yourself, they will guilt you for that. And they will blame you and just say that that's because of you. It's because you spent all of the money, not because of them. And yeah, it's like the entire time that you're with them, they will use your money and spend it on luxuries while you're just struggling to survive. Anything that you spend, you're counting the cost of it. You're always trying to get discounted things. Well, for them, they're just splurging. They're just spending their money on anything, whatever it is. They're not ever thinking about the cost. They're not ever thinking about how they're going to pay you back. They're never thinking about any of it. Because typically they've done this before. They've made all of these lies and promises to people. Made themselves out to be something that they're not. They come in, they extract from that person, and then they just blame them for everything, guilt trip them. They play the victim. They engage in legal or financial manipulation. These people are frauds. They're con artists. And they gaslight themselves. They tell themselves that what they're doing is okay, when really, no, they're criminals. What they're doing is illegal. And here's the thing, deep down they know that they are criminals. They know that what they do is against the law. That's why they hide it. They deny it. They just try and run away from it. They do these things because they can't resist it, because they can't see any other way for them to get what they want. And then once they've done it, they know, they've got to hide. They've got to run away from it. They've got to act like it's nothing to do with them. Why would they ever take accountability for it? Well, they can't pay the price. They can't deal with the consequences. And you got to remember, narcissists, they love to be in a position of power. So typically, what they like to do is they get you caught up in all kinds of things. They run you into debt. They get you into a possession where you owe them. There's so many ways where they can reverse it on you through child support, alimony. And then before you know it, you have people coming after you, looking at you like you're the criminal. And yeah, that's happened to be in my case. I mean, as we're talking about it, I will share a bit of my story. I was talking to someone years ago, and they made it out like they could help me, like they could be there for me, they could help me to save money. I've just given you the summary of it, just a short story. But anyway, I went from saving money to, before I knew it, I spent £250,000 in 2 years, £160,000 in 1 year, just to support this narcissist lifestyle. And even after all of that, I mean, so much money was stolen from me, thousands of pounds stolen, and even being coerced into spending on things that were just far too expensive, that I didn't want to do. And yet I was forced to spend it against my will, because otherwise I would have got attacked again. And